Abandoned buildings always hold secrets, but none quite like the old Blackwood Manor on the edge of town. Locals whisper about a room on the third floor that no one dares enter. Legend says whoever goes inside never comes back alive. Some say it's cursed, others claim it's haunted by vengeful spirits. But no one knows for sure what lies behind that weathered door. 5 friends Jake, Sarah, Mike, Emily, and Tom have always been fascinated by urban legends and spooky stories. When they heard about the cursed room at Blackwood Manor, they couldn't resist the temptation to investigate. Despite warnings from concerned parents and skeptical locals, the group made a pact to enter the room at midnight on Halloween night. As the full moon rose in the cloudy sky, the friends gathered outside the dilapidated mansion. The wind howled through broken windows, carrying whispers that seemed to say turn back. But their curiosity outweighed their fear as they pushed open the creaky front door and stepped inside. Cobwebs clung to every surface as they made their way up the grand staircase. The floorboards groaned under their feet as if protesting their presence. When they reached the third floor landing, an icy chill ran down their spines. At the end of the hallway stood an ornate door, its paint peeling to reveal rotting wood underneath. Jake reached for the doorknob with trembling fingers. It turned easily, as if inviting them in. As the door swung open, stale air rushed out, carrying the musty scent of decay. The friends hesitated for a moment before stepping over the threshold into pitch darkness. Their flashlight beams cut through the gloom, revealing peeling wallpaper and antique furniture covered in sheets. Everything was coated in a thick layer of dust, undisturbed for decades. But something felt off. The shadows seemed to move of their own accord, always just out of sight. Suddenly, a door slammed shut behind them. Emily screamed and grabbed Mike's arm. It was just the wind, Tom said nervously, not believing his own words. They tried the door, but it wouldn't budge. They were trapped. As panic started to set in, Sarah noticed something in the corner, an ornate full-length mirror with an intricately carved frame. But when she shone her light on the reflective surface, she recoiled in horror. Instead of their own reflections, they saw gruesome faces contorted in agony, streaked with blood. The images shifted and changed, showing scenes of violence and terror. Mike stumbled backwards, knocking over an old vase. It shattered on impact, the sound echoing unnaturally in the enclosed space. In that moment, all their flashlights flickered and went out simultaneously, plunging them into total darkness. Heart pounding, Jake fumbled for his phone to use as a light source. But before he could turn it on, unseen hands grabbed him from behind. He let out a blood-curdling scream that was abruptly cut short. In the pitch black, his friends could hear the sounds of a struggle, then a sickening thud. Panic-stricken, the others groped blindly in the darkness, calling Jake's name. But their voices were drowned out by an otherworldly howling that seemed to come from everywhere at once. The temperature in the room plummeted, their breath visible in the frigid air. Emily felt something brush against her leg and shrieked. Invisible fingers clawed at their clothes and hair as they huddled together, paralyzed with fear. The mirror began to glow with an eerie blue light, illuminating the room just enough to see the horror unfolding around them. Shadowy figures darted in and out of view, their features twisted and inhuman. Blood began to seep from the walls, pooling on the floor at their feet. The friends screamed and pounded on the door, desperate to escape the nightmare they had willingly walked into. Just when it seemed things couldn't get any worse, the floor began to crumble beneath their feet. As they scrambled to find solid ground, Sarah lost her footing and plunged into the yawning darkness below. Her terrified scream echoed as she disappeared from view. Mike, Emily, and Tom clung to each other, tears streaming down their faces as they realized the gravity of their mistake. They never should have come here, never should have doubted the warnings. Now it was too late. A sinister laugh reverberated through the room as the remaining friends felt invisible hands closing around their throats. They gasped for air, clawing frantically at their necks. But there was no escape from the malevolent force that had claimed them. As consciousness began to fade, they saw Jake and Sarah's lifeless bodies sprawled on the floor, their eyes wide with terror. With their last breaths, they understood the chilling truth: they would become part of the legend, trapped forever in the cursed room where no one returns. The next morning, concerned parents reported the teenagers missing. Police searched Blackwood Manor, but found no trace of the 5 friends. The door to the third-floor room was locked tight, showing no signs of forced entry. It was as if they had simply vanished into thin air. In the days that followed, whispered conversations could be heard around town. Some claimed to have seen ghostly figures in the manor's windows late at night. Others swore they heard agonized screams coming from inside the abandoned building, but no one dared investigate further. The legend of the cursed room grew, cementing Blackwood Manor's reputation as a place to be avoided at all costs. Parents warned their children to stay away, and even the bravest souls gave the property a wide berth. Years passed, and the story of the 5 missing teenagers became local folklore. Some said their spirits were trapped in the cursed room, forever reliving that terrifying night. Others believed they had stumbled into another dimension, never to return. The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain: the cursed room at Blackwood Manor continues to cast its dark shadow over the town. It stands as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved, some challenges better left unaccepted. For in that room where no one returns, nightmares become reality and death is only the beginning. Those who dare to enter will find that the real horror lies not in what they see, but in what they become. The cursed room waits patiently for its next victims, ready to claim more souls for its insatiable hunger. So if you ever find yourself near Blackwood Manor on a dark and stormy night, resist the urge to explore. For once you cross the threshold of that fateful room, there's no turning back. Your screams will join the chorus of the damned, forever echoing in the place where no one returns.